Hello, Wildcat fans, and welcome to head coach Kevin Sumlin, the brand new football coach at the University of Arizona. A whirlwind day, I know, Coach, but congratulations on being here. It's great to have you as a Wildcat.
Well, thanks. Glad to be here.
All right. So when this process started, we know that Vice President of Athletics Dave Hickey and President of the school Robbins scanned the country looking for a new football coach. They found you quickly. They bring you to Tucson. So let's talk about your decision now to become the head coach of the Wildcats. They knew they liked you. When did you say, I want to be the man?
Well, I think it's a conversation that's two-sided. I've always liked Tucson. I'd visited here before, and with football coaches, brought my daughter here to look at going to school here, and so I'd been around it, around the area, been on campus, so there was some familiarity. But I think more than anything else, it's after talking with our leadership and the two men that you just spoke of. I think Dave started it, and the president finished it up with really, in my mind, a real plan and a real vision that was was about like mine. That they were serious about football. They were serious about all sports at the University of Arizona, and that they're championship level across the board, and they wanted football to be at that level.
All right. If someone were to ask you to describe a Kevin Sumlin football team and or program, what would you say?
I don't know. I think it starts with our players. It's more than just football. We get guys that care about football, but also it's our job as coaches to keep building and create an atmosphere that is conducive to growing young men academically, growing them all the time, physically, football-wise, and emotionally and spiritually. And we talk about the program. Yeah, Saturdays or game days are important, but we also want to be a program that really grows people, grows young men from a 17, 18-year-old, and when they walk out of here at 22, 23, that they've made some real strides in life and are ready for the real world.
You grew up in Alabama. When did football first become part of your life?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I was born in Alabama, and then we moved to Indiana, which is there's two different cultures. In Alabama, football is a big deal. You go to Indiana, you shoot a basketball. All of a sudden that becomes the biggest deal. So, I've been around both, and actually stayed there in Indiana through my high school years. But football has been such a big part of my life. My dad was a coach, like I said, over the last 5-6 weeks, with the exception of 1 year since third grade, that's probably the longest period of time I've ever not been around football. So you saw how that worked out. Here I am today. So it's just part of my life and part of what I like to do.
Many of your former players say not only do they admire you for your coaching ability, but maybe more so for your development in terms of their character. Why is that important to you?
Well, it's just important. There's a saying, you win with character, you lose with characters. And so, you move guys, past that. And everybody comes, from a different background. And I think this sport gives you the opportunity. I know it gave a lot of guys that I went to school with the opportunity to really change lives over the course of 20-some years of doing this. Guys with really wouldn't have had the opportunity to have a college degree. And what I'm most proud of are a lot of those guys, that had that opportunity and how we took advantage of it. They didn't always do the right thing early, but you bring them into a culture, and you help have your team and your coaches help shape guys that turn out to be, productive citizens, husbands, with real jobs, real careers. And at 15, 16, 17, they couldn't see that. And for whatever reason, they couldn't see it. And this game has really given those guys that opportunity, but it's also given me some personal satisfaction in knowing that you had a hand in that.
You come to we feel a great city, great state, strong conference, recruiting bed, etc. Why do you think Arizona can be successful in your mind?
I think we're in a great city in Tucson. It's I've done a lot in Phoenix, and we're just far enough away for young man to grow up a little bit, but not so far that the people who have helped him get to this point can help him grow, can be a part of his success, be a part of the games. I think from a national standpoint, the location with California, obviously Texas, Vegas, we have contacts there. And then the university itself, and as I spoke about before, the leadership, wanting to be great, wanting to win championships, and caring about all athletics, and I think that started with the president. So, you know, when you have that kind of leadership from the top, you know what the vision is. It becomes clear. You add up all those things and location, you got about as good a chance as anybody.